Good morning again. Welcome. It's Sunday morning. Happy Sunday. It's absolutely gorgeous out. I decided to take my practice outside this morning. And so I hope you were able to do the same if you're joining me now or joining me later. So this week we've been talking about this idea that our mindset matters. And so we'll close out the week today with this same intention. And so this morning we'll start coming into a tall, easy seat Sukhasana. Sitting up nice and tall, align the shoulders over the hips. Head is in line with the pelvis. Hands could be palms down for more of a grounding sensation, or if you'd like, you could flip the palms this morning. Eyes could be at a soft gaze down at the earth, or if you'd like, gently close them. Letting the chin rest on the horizon and gently just coming into your space. Noticing your surroundings, noticing any noises or distractions, whether inside or outside. Noticing how your body feels this morning. And how your breath feels within your body. Beginning to take just a few moments here to take inventory, to check in. Part of this idea of being mindful, this mindset, is being able to recognize maybe when we need something or need to scale back a little bit. And so these few minutes in the beginning of our yoga practice are imperative. I think they're more important than any part of our yoga practice, to be able to just sit in stillness and silence, to check in, just really be honest with ourselves. How are you feeling? What do I need this morning? If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, I invite you to begin that now, inhaling through the nose. Feel that slight soft restriction in the back of the throat, perhaps a soft audible sound as if you're fogging up a mirror. And letting your exhale intentionally be longer and deeper than your inhale. Exhaling completely through the nostrils. Inhaling through the nose, fill the belly, feel that slight restriction in the back of the throat. And as you exhale, letting it go. Sticking with this breath for a few moments here. As I mentioned, I'm offering the intention of your mindset matters this week. What you tell yourself matters. And so often our minds are constantly on the go, sorting and filtering, organizing, trying to make sense of things. And the mind is a powerful thing. It has the ability to recognize and automatically remind us of thoughts that happen frequently. And so whether those thoughts are good or bad, positive or negative, how we speak to ourselves, how we speak about ourselves, the thoughts that we have that we may not even voice, our mind holds on to that and reminds us. So example, say you tell yourself you're lazy and you've come to that conclusion because you missed your workout this week, or you haven't taken a yoga class, or perhaps you pushed the snooze button a few times before getting up this morning. Your mind will automatically go back to those incidents and keep reminding you that you're lazy. But the same holds true for the opposite side of that. If you show up and you hold yourself accountable, whether it's for work or for your workout, whatever it is, your mind will constantly remind you of all those times that you showed up, you're on time, you held yourself accountable, you were capable. Maybe you challenged yourself and you overcame that. You see, the story you tell yourself becomes your reality. And this is the same for our yoga practice. So often we get on our mats with intentions to do great things, I'm sure, right? Execute hard or challenging poses. Maybe we really want to get into an advanced pose, and sometimes that doesn't happen. And so when we come to our yoga mats for our yoga practice, it is this prime opportunity to change up your story a bit. To let your story be a good one, a positive one, filled with enthusiasm, filled with joy and contentment, honor, acceptance, love, and kindness. And so this morning is no different. I invite you to change your story a bit, one that is full of faith in yourself, welcoming yourself to your mat this morning, wherever you are, however you feel. Take a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, softly and gently open the eyes. If you're on a prop, you could come on off it. We'll inhale, rise up the hands, gaze follows the hands. And as you exhale, right hand comes down to the earth, left hand reaches over. Inhale to rise up. And as you exhale, right hand comes to the outside of your left thigh, left hand comes to the earth behind you. Nice twist open to the left. Inhale, unravel, come through center. As you exhale, left hand comes to the earth, right hand reaches over. Inhale to rise up. As you exhale, ringing out to your right. And so we'll kind of take this as a flow at your own breath pace. Inhaling to rise up. Exhale, right hand comes to the earth, left hand reaches over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, ringing out to the left. And I'll leave you to your own breath, taking this flow. We'll take this flow one more time on each side. On your next inhale, come through center. You'll draw the soles of the feet to the earth, bend the knees up towards the ceiling, and just begin to windshield wiper the knees side to side. Just loosening up the spine, the pelvis, and the hips. Maybe you linger on one side, and then the other. Taking this 2 more times on each side. The next time you come over to your left, that will be your last, and you can roll over to all fours, coming into your tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips in line with knees, and begin to take a few cat and cows here. Inhaling to drop the belly, gaze comes forward, and as you exhale, round through the spine. Again, taking this at your own breath, so it doesn't have to match mine. On your next inhale, continue with the cat and cows. Excuse me. And maybe you start to draw some hip circles in here. Maybe you linger towards the back, shifting your weight, or come way forward. Maybe you get the head and the neck involved. Totally up to you. So just take what feels right, using your breath, and allow yourself to just get into your body here. On your next inhale, find stillness. Lengthen through the spine, lightly engage the core. Hips are stacked over your knees, and your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Plug in through all 10 finger pads. Take an inhale, extend the right leg long. Flex through that right foot, and notice here, did you shift the weight left? Can you draw the energy and the weight back towards the midline? Take an inhale. As you exhale, round through the spine, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Last time, inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. This time as you draw it in, you're going to step your right foot up between the hands. Your left hand is going to stay on the mat. Right hand is going to come to the inside of your right knee as you start to peel your right leg open. So really get into the hips here. Sink way down into the pelvis. Feel the weight. Breathe here. On your next inhale, draw your right knee in, tuck the back toes under. You're going to pivot all the way through your wide-legged fold, coming towards the back of your mat. Your right knee is going to come down, left knee is bent. So you're in low lunge to the left, right hand stays to the inside of the mat, and you're going to peel that left knee open. And again, really give the weight into the pelvis here. So sink the weight into the pelvis. And then allow that knee to open up. If you're hanging on or clinging to any tension, try to use the breath to let that go. We'll take 2 more breaths right here. On your next inhale, draw that left knee in. You're going to frame your left foot as you carry your left leg back. So now you're in this almost like a bird dog shape here. Extend the left leg long, flex through the left foot. And notice here, are you thinking through the spine? Can you round through the spine just a little bit, tuck the tailbone, so you lightly engage that low core. Take an inhale here, full exhale. 1 more inhale, and on the exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, extend. Draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend. This time, draw it in, step your left foot up. We'll plant that left foot. Again, right hand stays on the mat. This time, your left hand comes to the inside of your left knee. You're going to peel that left knee open, but you're going to tuck the back toes and lift that leg. So same stretch, just with an extended back leg off the mat now. Take an inhale here, full exhale. On your next inhale, pivot into your wide-legged fold, come all the way through until you're up to the front of your mat, right side. Keep that left leg extended off the mat, right hand comes to the inside of your right leg. And again, peel that leg open. Draw your right knee in. We'll step the left foot up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back to your high plank. We'll take an inhale here. Full exhale. On your next inhale, drop the knees. Lower all the way into your chaturanga. Inhaling to cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. We'll step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold, step back. Come into your high plank, take a full breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, chaturanga arms. Inhaling to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal the feet, bend the knees. Draw some movement here into your down dog. On your next inhale, find stillness. Lengthen through the back body. Gaze comes to the thighs. Breathe here. We're here for 3 full breaths. Last full breath here. On your next inhale, look to the top of the mat. You're going to step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit to chair pose, Utkatasana. So notice here, are you shifting forward? Can you see your toes? Hands could come overhead. They could be at the hips or heart center, yogi's choice. Wherever you are, find your breath. We're here for 2. On your next inhale, hands come to heart center. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, left tricep finds the outside of your right thigh. And notice here, oftentimes, even myself, we have a tendency to drop all of our weight just into that left shoulder and kind of hang out here. You really want to push into that left tricep and find that rotation. Take one more breath right where you are. On your next inhale, start to transfer all the way into that right foot. We'll get really light on that left foot, and maybe you hover it for half a second. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, step your left foot back, revolve, high lunge. Inhale here. Full exhale. Draw the low belly off the thigh. One more full breath. Are you clenching your right toes? Can you let that go? On your next inhale, pivot to the back of your mat. Right hand comes to the inside of your left foot. Left hand peels up and open. Coming into your revolved runner's lunge. Very nice, guys. Take an inhale here. Full exhale. Now you're going to leave the hands exactly where they are. You're in revolved runner's lunge. Your left hand is reaching up towards the sky. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, rise up, revolved high lunge. Breathe here. Take an inhale. Full exhale. On your next inhale, pivot to the front of your mat, just the pivot of the toes. Warrior two, right side. Deep bend in that right knee. First breath, just get your foundation. Notice how you feel. Inhale, rise up, straighten through the arms and the legs, palms press. As you exhale, bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend. Cartwheel your hands, frame your right foot. Step back to your high plank. Lower into your chaturanga or knees in your low push-up. Inhale to cobra, upward facing dog. As you exhale, downward dog. 3 full breaths right here. Very nice, guys. Find your breath, check in. We're going to take one more full breath here. Can you come back to that Ujjayi breath? On your next inhale, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit to chair. Hands could come to the waist, they could come to prayer position, or be engaged overhead. Look down. Can you see your toes? Take an inhale here, full exhale. We have one more breath. On your next inhale, hands come to heart prayer position. As you exhale, right tricep this time comes to the outside of your left leg. Notice the knees, are they in line? And can you really push into that right tricep? Nice. Take an inhale here, get really light on those right toes so all the weight comes into that left foot, and maybe you hover that right foot. Draw the low belly in and up, take an inhale, and as you exhale, step that right foot back. Inhale here. Full exhale. We're here for 2 more breaths. Inhale here, and as you exhale, pivot to the back of your mat. Left hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Right hand peels up and open. Now notice your right knee. Is it tracking over the ankle or is it way out? You could step that right foot up out to the long edge of your mat if you need to. Inhale here, look down at your right toes. As you exhale, you're going to rise right up into your revolved high lunge or high lunge with a twist. 2 more breaths. Draw the low belly in. Are you engaging your core? Take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're just going to pivot the feet. Warrior 2 to the front of your mat. So first breath, just check in with the feet. On your next inhale, rise up. Palms press. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. We have one more. Inhale, rise up strong. Activate the triceps and the quads. Exhale, fold. Cartwheel your hands. Frame your left foot. Step back and take your vinyasa, whatever that looks like this morning. We'll meet in downward dog for 3 full breaths. Very nice, guys. Well done. Find your breath. One more full breath right where we are. On your next inhale, extend the right leg long, 3-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to stay here, or maybe you spill over into your wild thing. Careful of your surroundings. If it's comfortable with your head and neck, gaze comes up towards the sky. Otherwise, you can look down at that left hand. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to just sit right where you are. Right knee is bent into the chest, left leg is extended. So notice here, are you starting to round through the spine? Can you find length through the spinal column? Flex through that left foot. Left hand wraps around the front of that right shin. Right hand finds the earth behind you or extends long. We're here for 3 full breaths. Take an inhale here, unravel, left hand comes back down to the earth behind you as you make yourself back up into your wild thing. Take an inhale, look down at the mat. As you exhale, step your right foot up. Hands come down by the side as you come right into your warrior 3. Inhale here, full exhale. On your next inhale, rise up, high lunge, right side. Take an inhale. Notice, are you clenching those right toes? Inhale here, and as you exhale, pivot to the back of your mat. Warrior 2, left side. Breathe here, gaze is over that left middle finger. We're here for one more breath. Can you deepen that bend in that left knee? Inhale to stay. Exhale, pivot to the back of your mat. Right toes come towards the back of your mat. High lunge, left side. Inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, hands come down to the earth off the mat as you come right into your standing split, left side. And again, it's not about how high you can get this right leg. Are you engaging the core? If you'd like an added challenge, maybe your hands come to that left ankle. Yogi's choice here. We're here for one more full breath. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to cross your right ankle behind the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Find your breath, let your head go. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, as you exhale, you're going to spin towards the front of your mat. Walk your hands out into your high plank. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, left hand taps the right ankle. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, right hand taps the left ankle. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, left hand taps your right ankle. High plank. Inhale, right hand taps your left ankle. High plank, take your chaturanga. Inhaling to cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 full breaths. Find your breath. Come back to that idea of checking in. How do you feel this morning? Very nice, guys. One more breath right where you are. On your next inhale, extend the left leg long, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, option to stay right here, opening the hip, bending the knee, or maybe you continue to spill over right into your wild thing. Take a full inhale here. Full exhale. On your next inhale, lower the hips, come to the earth. Right leg is extended, flexing through that right foot. Left knee is bent into the chest. And notice here, are you rounding through the spine? Can you find a nice long spine? Inhale, right hand wraps around the left thigh. As you exhale, left hand finds the earth. Breathe here. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, right hand comes back down to the earth. You're going to unravel and make your way back into your wild thing. Take an inhale here, look down at the earth, and as you exhale, step your left foot up, hands come down by the sides. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Inhale here. Full exhale. One more inhale. Let it go. On your next inhale, rise up, high lunge, left side. Find your breath. We're here for 3. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, pivot the toes, Warrior 2, right side towards the back of your mat. Deep bend in that right knee. We're here for 3 breaths. Gaze is over that right middle finger. Can you think a little deeper for this last breath? Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, pivot to the back of your mat, high lunge. Lengthen through the left and right side body. Take a big inhale, fill the belly. As you exhale, hands come to the earth. Standing split right side. Three more breaths. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, left ankle crosses behind the right this time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, 2 full breaths. Release the head, unclench your jaw. Inhale, lengthen out, halfway lift, and as you exhale, this time spin to the front of your mat. Walk the hands out into your high plank. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, right hand taps the left ankle. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, left hand taps the right. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, right hand taps the left. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, left hand taps the right. Come back to that high plank, taking your vinyasa. Inhaling to cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, meeting in downward dog for 3 full breaths. If at any point you need to skip a vinyasa, please do. We'll take 2 more breaths right where you are. Very nice, guys. On your next inhale, look forward, roll forward like a wave into your high plank. You'll take an inhale here, and as you exhale, left hand stays on the mat, right hand peels up towards the sky. Couple options here. Stagger the feet, stack. Maybe you hover. Maybe you bend that right leg behind you and let it float. Find your breath. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, step your right foot up, lower your left knee. Anjaneyasana, right side. If you want to bring the hands down to the top of that right thigh and really sink into the hips here. It's also really quite lovely. Inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to rise up. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hands come to the low back. Engage through the chest. So retract your shoulder blades so that the chest opens. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, tuck your back toes under. Come right into your high lunge with bound hands. Inhale here. As you exhale, shift forward. Left knee comes into the chest. Draw the hands off the low back. Option to stay here, or maybe you extend that left leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, Warrior 3, right side with bound hands. 3 full breaths. Last breath here. Inhale, let the hands go, rise up, high lunge. On your next inhale, draw the hands to heart. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, left tricep comes to the outside of your right thigh. Take an inhale, shift into that right foot. Maybe you get light on those left toes and tap the left toes up, and then extend back and tap and extend back. Tap and stay. Revolve chair pose. Inhale here. Full exhale. On your next inhale, unravel, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, shine the heart. Exhale, fold, step, hop, or jump and take your vinyasa, or skip it and we'll meet in downward dog. We're here for 3 full breaths. On your next inhale, look forward, shift forward, high plank. We'll come to drawing that left hand up towards the sky. So you're in your side plank, right side. Couple options, stagger the feet, stack, hover, or bend behind. 3 breaths. Last full breath here. On your next inhale, look down at the earth, step your left foot up. Hands come overhead, or they come to the top of that left knee. Low lunge, left side. Very nice, guys. Take an inhale, rise up. Find lengthen as you exhale. Hands come to the low back, interlace. Broaden through the collarbones. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, tuck the back toes under. Rise right into your high lunge. Inhale here, and as you exhale, shift forward, right knee comes into the chest. Draw the hands off the low back. Option to stay here, or maybe you extend that right leg. Inhale, shift right into your warrior 3. What's your belly doing? Unclench your jaws. Take an inhale, full exhale. On your next inhale, let the hands go. Rise up, high lunge, left side. Inhale here, and as you exhale, hands come to heart. Right tricep now finds the outside of your left thigh. Draw your low belly in. Can you engage the core still? Look down at your left toes. Get all the way into that left foot so that you feel light on that right foot. And then tap the right foot forward. And then bring it back. Tap it forward. And bring it back. Tap it forward. Bring it back. This time, tap it forward and lead it. Revolve chair pose. Knees are in line. Find your breath. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, unravel, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, step, hop, or jump and take your vinyasa. Or skip it and we'll meet in downward dog. Coming into downward dog for 3 full breaths. Very nice, guys. 2 more breaths in your down dogs. On your next inhale, extend the right leg long, 3-legged dog, and as you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your right foot up. Lower your left knee. Low lunge, right side. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, left hand comes to the earth. Right hand reaches up and over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand comes to the outside of your right thigh. Right hand peels behind you. Inhale, rise up. As you exhale, high lunge. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, start to lengthen through that right leg. Hands come to blocks or the earth as you come right into your pyramid pose. Drawing that right hip back. Can you roll the left hip forward? Let the head go. Now, listen to where we're going. Take an inhale. Your back foot is going to spin parallel as your right hand now comes to the inside of your right foot. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. If this is too intense, hand comes to the inside of the thigh, the calf, or a block. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, start to bend into that left knee. Right toes reach up towards the ceiling, Skandasana. Inhale here. full exhale. On your next inhale, pivot towards that right foot. And as you do that, you'll notice your your left knee just wants to come down. And so you're gonna let it, you're gonna come to a seat. Left foot is extended behind you, so bent behind you. Right leg is forward, toes are active. Take an inhale, rise up. As you exhale, fold. Coming to your edge. So you might feel some resistance in that right hamstring. So notice the resistance, notice the tension there. And can you find your breath going into that area? Direct your breath into that tightness. Take one more full breath right where you are. On your next inhale, softly and gently walk yourself back up. We'll come to drawing that left knee open. So you're just gonna pitch it open so that your left foot is now on the earth. So a couple options here. Take your hands and push yourself back up. Or maybe you try to challenge yourself and get back up without the hands, coming back into that Skandasana left side. Take a full inhale here, and as you exhale, frame your right foot. Step back and take your vinyasa. Inhaling to cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog, 3 full breaths. Very nice. Last 2 breaths right where we are. On your next inhale, extend the left leg long, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step that left foot up. Lower your right knee, rise up, low lunge. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, right hand comes to the earth this time, or a block. Left hand reaches up and over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand finds the outside of your left thigh. Left hand peels back. Take an inhale, rise up. Tuck the back toes under, come right into your high lunge. On your next inhale, left leg straightens. Start to pitch forward, right into your pyramid pose. So you may need blocks here, you may not. You may need to step that back foot in. Draw your left hip back, roll the right hip forward. Find a flat back first, and then release the head. One more breath right here. On your next inhale, listen to where you're going. Left hand comes to the inside of your left foot, back foot spins parallel as you come right into your Trikonasana, triangle pose. One more breath. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bend into that right knee. Left toes reach up towards the sky, Skandasana. Inhale here. Full exhale. We have one more full breath right where we are. On your next inhale, pivot towards that left foot. Hands could come to the earth, and you'll notice your right knee automatically wants to collapse down to the earth. So you're going to let it, and you're just going to come to a seat. So right knee is bent behind you. Left leg is extended, toes active, reaching up towards the sky. Take an inhale, rise up, and as you exhale, fold over that left leg. And again, come to your edge. So where you feel sensation, no pain, but you definitely want to feel a bit sensation. Exploring that, breathing into that, seeing if you could maybe loosen it up a little bit or get rid of it altogether. Take one more breath right where you are. On your next inhale, softly and gently walk yourself back up. We'll come to peeling that right knee open. So right foot is on the earth. So You may find it tricky just to try to push yourself up, so you may need your hands. Maybe one side is different than the other, but give it a go. See how it works. Coming back into your Skandasana, take an inhale. Full exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to pivot towards the front. Frame your left foot, step back and take your vinyasa. Inhaling to cobra, upward facing dog, and as you exhale, downward dog, 3 full breaths. Very nice. Take 2 more breaths right where you are. On your next inhale, extend the right leg long, 3-legged dog, and as you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your right foot up. Rise up, high lunge. So first breath, regular high lunge, right? Your hands could actually come to your hips. So your left leg is working on being straight. You're on the ball of those left toes. So we're going to stay here for a breath. Take an inhale. As you exhale now, you're going to start to bend your left knee. So you want both knees in 90-degree angles. Take an inhale. Full exhale. One more full breath. On your next inhale, hands come overhead, pitch the torso forward, lengthen through that back leg. Now, notice here, you're just emptying your belly out. Can you draw the belly in? Inhale here, and as you exhale, warrior 3. Keep that right knee bent. Inhale to stay. Full exhale, one more breath. On your next inhale, step your left foot up. Keep the knees bent, chair pose. Inhale here. Full exhale. One more inhale. This time on the exhale, empty out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, step, hop, or jump and take your vinyasa. Inhaling to cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog, 3 full breaths. On your next inhale, extend the left leg long, 3-legged dog, and as you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot up. Rise up, high lunge. First breath, just get your foundation. Hands come to the hips. Take an inhale here. So that right leg should be working on going towards straightening almost. Activate your right glute. And then you're going to start to bend that right knee so that you're in 90 degrees. 3 full breaths. Breathe here. One more full breath, full inhale. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, hands come overhead. Start to pitch forward as you straighten that right leg. So you're in this extended high lunge. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, keep that left knee bent. Warrior 3. Inhale to stay. Full exhale. One more full breath. On your next inhale, right foot steps up next to the left, chair pose. Find your breath. Inhale here. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll draw the hands down by the sides, coming into your mountain pose, Tadasana. Eyes closed for a breath. Coming back to your breath. Notice your body on your mat. Notice your surroundings. How do you feel? Where are your thoughts? What is your mindset? Take 3 more breaths right where you are. On your next inhale, softly and gently open the eyes, we'll rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take your very last vinyasa of the class. Inhaling to cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. We'll all come into downward dog, whether you took the vinyasa or not, for 3 breaths. Let the head hang here. One more breath right where you are. On your next inhale, draw the knees to the earth and take them wide this morning. Big toes touch as you sink the hips down and back, extending the arms long out ahead of you. Maybe you tend to all 10 fingers. Maybe the palms are on the earth, releasing the forehead. Taking one more breath right where you are. On your next inhale, softly and gently coming up, we'll swing the legs around. And again, find that seat here where your hands are behind you and your feet are as wide as your yoga mat. You're going to start to windshield wiper the knees side to side. On your next inhale, find stillness. We'll draw the knees up towards the sky, and they're in line with your hip points. Your feet are directly under the knees. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh, flex through that right foot, and notice here, are you kind of just sinking into the shoulders? Can you roll the shoulders down and back? Retract the shoulder blades a little bit, and then use your hands to push into the palms or the heels of the hands to sit up nice and tall. And then maybe this is great wherever you are. Maybe it's too much and you need to walk the foot out. If you want to deepen the stretch a little bit, you can walk that left foot in. Again, maintain that long spine. Breathe here. Take a few more breaths. On your next inhale, you're going to let the knees fall over to the left, and you're just going to stay up on your arms. Breathe here. One more breath. Take an inhale, roll through center. We'll uncross that right ankle. So get your bearings here. Maybe you sit up again. Maybe you switch the way the hands are so that your fingers face forward. Knees are up towards the ceiling or the sky. Feet are directly under the knees. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex through that left foot and draw that left knee out to the long edge of the mat. Now notice here, are you rounding through the spine? Are the shoulders up by the ears? Can you retract the shoulders, broaden through the chest and find length? Again, adjusting your right foot according to what you need here. Breathe here. On your next inhale, you're softly going to let the legs and the feet fall to the right this time. Staying up on the hands. Maybe this time you come down to the palms. If you were on the fingertips, just take a breath or two here. Inhale, come through center. We'll uncross that left ankle. Draw the soles of the feet together. Come up to a nice tall sit. So you're grounding down through the sits bones. Again, finding that long spine. Now, If you want to draw your feet out a little further away from you, the easier the stretch is. The closer they are, you might find that you're a little bit more tighter. So hands could wrap around the ankles, they could come around the toes, whatever you need. If you'd like, you can even place them under the calves, extending them long. So before we even get started, take an inhale, find length through the spine. And then as you exhale, you're not going to round through the spine to find that fold. You're going to lengthen through the spine and then hinge like a door at the hips so that you're just bending your elbows, keeping that long spine. And then when you're ready, letting the head go, close the eyes for a breath. And notice if you're yanking or forcing yourself into this, because our mind is telling us that we really want to stretch and that we want to come deeper. Just acknowledge where you are, accept where you are, honor that, coming to that edge without forcing it. We'll take 3 more breaths right here. Then your next inhale, softly and gently rise up. We'll come to extending the legs, wiggle them out, shake it out. Taking the path of least resistance, rolling all the way down onto our mats, drawing the knees into the chest, giving ourselves a nice squeeze here. On your next inhale, let the knees go, soles of the feet find the earth, taking any last pose that you may need this morning. So maybe you take a spinal twist, maybe you take a happy baby, maybe you take a bridge or supported bridge or a waterfall. You have a few moments here to explore. So as always, I always recommend, don't just rush into it for a breath or two and then rush out. Allow yourselves to explore the pose that you chose for a good 5 to 10 breaths. When you feel ready, softly and gently coming out of the pose that you took and coming into our final, most important pose of the practice, Shavasana. And so maybe you're home and you'd like to take legs up the wall. Maybe you're somewhere else or outside, taking your traditional Shavasana. Whatever you decide, allow yourselves to release to the mat or the earth, letting the feet and the ankles splay open. Let the hands come down by the sides or rest on the belly. Shimmying the shoulders away from the ears, gently close the eyes. Relaxing the muscles of the face, so let your foreheads go. Let your eyelids and your eyebrows feel heavy. Unclench your jaws, maybe even part the lips. Noticing if you're still hanging on to any tension in the thighs, in the arms, and can you just let that release? Give yourself permission here to fully and completely surrender, taking these last few minutes for yourselves. If the mind begins to wander or you're finding yourself getting distracted, come back to the breath, the rise and fall of the belly with each inhale and exhale. As you continue to rest here, I invite you to call to mind our intention for this morning's practice, this idea of cultivating a different mindset, that the story we tell ourselves truly, really does become our reality. And so when we come to our yoga mats and we come to practice yoga, it's really a amazing opportunity to kind of refine those skills of what we are normally used to telling ourselves, being hard on ourselves, not giving ourselves enough credit, trying to get all of the things done, these unrealistic goals. And instead, switching that out for some loving kindness, patience, acceptance for who we are, exactly where we are in our lives, whether it's in our yoga practice or our personal lives. Noticing that we are doing the best that we can every day, and that is enough. Your mindset really does matter, and what you tell yourself matters. And so I encourage you through these coming weeks, try to change those little stories you tell yourself. Take a few more breaths right where you are. On your next inhale, softly and gently begin to wiggle toes and fingers, welcoming in some movement as you bring your awareness back into the space. Letting that soft, subtle movement transform into larger movements. Perhaps you take some wrist or ankle circles, maybe even stretch long overhead. Softly and gently finding yourselves rolling to your right side and perhaps cradling your head in your arm and taking a breath there. When you feel ready, and there's absolutely no rush at all. If you're at your house, you have the luxury of taking Shavasana for as long as you need. But if you'd like to join me in closing out our practice, we get to come back up into a tall, comfortable seat. Eyes at a soft gaze down at the earth or gently closed as we draw our hands to heart center and bow our heads. In thanks and gratitude for this time on our mats, this opportunity to enjoy this gorgeous morning, giving back to our minds and our bodies, an opportunity to change the story for once. And I thank you all so very much for sharing and trusting your practice with me this Sunday morning. And as always, I am forever grateful and humble. Namaste.